Do you know what the trombone is?
Yes.
It's like a trumpet, but it's the one where you slide it down and you slide it back. And here we go. I'm gonna start. Trombone shorty. Also, bear with me. I'm not the best reader, and I'm not a teacher, and I don't have kids. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Okay. Trombone shorty. There he is. Where are you at? Where are you at? We have our own way of living down here in New Orleans and our own way of talking too. And that's what we like to say when we want to tell a friend, hello. So, where are you at? Lots of kids have nicknames, but I want to tell you a story about how I got mine. Just like when you listen to your favorite song, let's start at the beginning because this is a story about music. But before you can understand how much music means to me, you have to know how important it is to my hometown, my greatest inspiration. I grew up in a neighborhood in New Orleans called Treme. One time, and any time of day or night, you could hear music floating through the air. There's Trombone Shorty in Treme in New Orleans. And there was music in my house too. My big brother James, he played the trumpet so loud you could hear him halfway across town. He was the leader of his own band, and my friends and I pretended to be in the band too. Follow me, James would say. James playing trumpet. I used to play trumpet when I was a little kid. There's one time every year that's more exciting than any other, Mardi Gras. Parades fill the streets, and beaded necklaces are thrown through the air to the crowd. I loved the brass bands with their own trumpets, trombones, saxophones, and the biggest brass instrument of them all, the tuba, which rested over the musician's head like an elephant's trunk. Where are you at? Where are you at? The musicians would call. All day long, I could see brass bands parade by my house while my neighbors danced along. I loved these parades during Mardi Gras because they made everyone forget about their troubles for just a little while. People didn't have a lot of money in Treme, but we always had a lot of music. I listened to all these sounds and mixed them together just like how we make our food. We take one big pot and throw in sausage, crab, shrimp, chicken, vegetables, rice, whatever's in the kitchen, and stir it all together and let it cook. When it's done, it's the most delicious taste you've ever tried. We call it gumbo, and that's what I wanted my music to sound like. Different styles combined to create my own musical gumbo. Have you guys ever had gumbo? Has anyone had gumbo?
No. I have.
I love gumbo. Okay. But first I needed an instrument. The great thing about music is that you don't even need a real instrument to play. Some of my friends and I decided to make our own. We might have sounded different from the real brass bands, but we felt like the greatest musicians of Treme. Sorry, if you guys can hear that ding, I apologize. The one day I found a broken trombone that was too beaten up to make music anymore. It didn't sound perfect, but finally with a real instrument in my hand, I was ready to play. There we go, that's Trombone Shorty. Here he is. The next time the parade went by my house, I grabbed that trombone and headed out into the street. My brother James noticed me playing along and smiled proudly. Trombone Shorty, he called out, because the instrument was twice my size. Where are you at? From that day on, everyone called me Trombone Shorty. I took that trombone everywhere I went, and I never stopped playing. I was so small that sometimes I fell right over to the ground because it was so heavy. But I always got back up, and I learned how to hold it up high. I listened to my brother play songs over and over, and I taught myself those songs too. I practiced day and night, and sometimes I fell asleep with my trombone. Here's Trombone Shorty sleeping with his trombone. One Friday, my mom surprised me with tickets to the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, the best and busiest music festival in town. We went to see Bo Diddley, who my mom said was one of the most important musicians of all time. As I watched him on stage, I raised my trombone to my lips and started to play along. He stopped his band in the middle of the song and asked the crowd, "Who's that playing out there?" Everyone started pointing, but Bo Diddley couldn't see me because I was the smallest one in the place. So my mom held me up in the air and said, "That's my son, Trombone Shorty." "Well, Trombone Shorty, come on up here," Bo Diddley said. The crowd passed me overhead until I was standing on stage next to Bo Diddley himself. I walked right up to the microphone and held my trombone high up in the air, ready to blow. "What do you want me to play?" Bo Diddley asked. "Follow me," I said. After I played with Bo Diddley, I knew I was ready to have my own band. I got my friends together and we called ourselves the 5 o'clock band because that was the time we went out to play each day after finishing our homework. We played all around New Orleans. I practiced and soon my brother James asked me to join his band. When people wondered who the kid in his band was, he proudly said, "That's my little brother, Trombone Shorty. Where are you at?" And now I have my own band called Trombone Shorty and Orleans Ave, named after a street in Treme. I've played all around the world, but I always come back to New Orleans. And when I'm home, I make sure to keep my eyes on the younger musicians in town and help them out, just like my brother did for me. Today, I play at the same New Orleans Jazz Festival where I once played with Bo Diddley. And when the performance ends, I lead a parade of musicians around just like I used to in the streets of Treme with my friends. "Where are you at? Where are you at?" I still keep my trombone in my hand wherever I go, and I will never let it go. At the end, I'm going to show you a picture of what Trombone Shorty looked like when he was just a little boy playing the trombone. Look at how small he is. And now I'm going to show you a picture of what he looks like now. He's a grown man. The end.
Pretty cool. What'd you guys think of that book? You can clap if you want. Do you want to show us the view?
Of course.
Wait till you
I'm
guys
gonna show
see
you the
this.
view. I'm going to try to make it work. There's 2 buildings right next to my building. Well, there's a lot of buildings.
Everybody stay on your pockets. Look
There's
at
one
that.
building right here that you can see. That's called the Transamerica Pyramid. And I'm going to try to make it so you can see up. Hold on. Let me see if can I do it? There it is.
Whoa! So cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Pretty awesome, huh?
Where's the lake?
And then, if you look out here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a tower out there.
You see it? That white thing?
That's the lighthouse.
No.
It looks like a lighthouse, but it's called Quake Tower.
We'll have to see. I'm guessing we can probably look that up on Google Earth too.
Quake Tower, you sure can.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring you to another section of my office so you can see a little section of the bridge. It's not the Golden Gate Bridge, it's the Bay Bridge. But I'll bring you, give me 1 second to get there real quick. Okay? You have to be quiet and know what's going on in your office. Some of the people I work with. See? Okay.
They're a
Oops,
little
we're gonna do
blurred
that.
when you're
All right,
walking.
you guys stay quiet too, though.
Oh, no, they can't hear. I have
Oh, that's right. You have your headphones on. But you know what? It's okay. It's always good for us to practice being quiet. So.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So you're only going to be able to see a little sliver, but let me get there.
Everybody stay on
We're going
your
to pass those
pockets.
sailboats because I work for a company that races in these sailboat competitions. The company circle. Yeah, see these guys sailing? Pretty cool, huh?
Ah, pretty cool.
You're so cool.
Okay. It is cool.
I've been on a boat before. Me too.
Yeah. So I heard someone mention the lake. It's not actually a lake, it's a bay, which connects to the Pacific Ocean.
What's the temperature today in San Francisco?
Today is, I'm not sure, do you guys know what temperature it is today in San Francisco?
No.
I think it's about 75 degrees.
Okay. And I haven't even checked. What was it like outside for recess for you guys? Was it kind of cooler?
Yeah.
Did you guys have
But
to
it
wear
was
your
super
jackets?
Mm-mm.
I think it was supposed to be like 60 for us, 65 maybe.
But it was warmer.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. I think if I get it right, you'll be able to see the bridge. Hard to see the light right. Can you see a little piece of it?
Oh, can you see it in the back there behind her window?
I don't know. I'm trying to make it so the glare isn't there. Hold on. It's really hard to do it this way. Let me see if I step forward. Because the window's glaring. Is it glaring for you guys?
But, yeah.
Hold on, let me make
I just don't see the bridge either.
I know, because it's glaring. Huh, hold on.
Wait the window.
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. That's
I
so
saw
funny.
it.
You can see it from
Nice.
here.
I see it. I see it. We see it. I see it.
I don't think you do.
I see it. I see it.
Up, everybody stay on your pockets.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, there.
It's behind a tree.
Is the sidewalk red right there? What's that red part of the road
Red?
for?
Oh, that's where, that's on the side, that's the road, and that's where the taxis and the buses go.
Oh, anywhere taxis and buses go red like that throughout all of San Francisco?
Just in downtown where it's really busy. Let me see
Okay.
if you can see over here. See, this road doesn't have it.
Oh, sure. Yep.
But there's a fire department right there.
Oh.
Everybody see that? Pretty cool, huh?
I don't know why you can't see the bridge.
Guess what? And it looks like
Oh,
I'm
wait,
backing
no, I
into
think
a
you'll be able
cliff.
to. Hold on.
But you guys see the ocean? We can see the ocean, yeah.
I gave it the same location.
Pretty cool.